All right, guys, I'm going to talk to you today about really gaining knowledge to get money, to get more money. And you got to admit to yourself, first of all, if you're broke out here, not a bad thing right now. Just admit it right now. Admit that to you. Be honest with yourself. And don't have these big pipe dreams. I'm going to be a millionaire, billionaire, jumping out there. Don't say that. If you're making $30,000 a year, your goal should be to get to $50,000. If you're making $50,000 a year, your goal should be able to get to 60,000, and so on. So that's where I was at, years ago. I remember when I was first making $30,000 a year. You know, then I started gaining knowledge of how to get to my goal of $100,000 a year, and I gained a lot of knowledge. It was about certifications. See, I didn't understand that certain certifications was in demand. And I went after those certifications and became really, really good at what those certifications trained me in. Became really, really good at it to the point where I could teach it and coach it. And it became a very valuable tool. And people saw that as an asset, me being an asset to the organization. And so basically I started naming my price. And I can tell you right now, I'm making well over six figures. Okay? Now that's not to brag, that's to tell you that I started at a car wash. Keep in mind, I do have a degree, a 4-year degree, okay? Computer graphics and business management. But because I didn't understand really how to get out there and get into the first of all, let me back up a little bit. First of all, I was able to sign 1 year contract in the NFL, okay? First of all. But that didn't last long. And so I didn't make a lot of money through the NFL. But I used that to help me as a talking piece to help me make conversation with some of these people that I was dealing with. And you won't believe, if you use every conversation piece, every tool like that, it does a lot. I use every tool I got to get to the money. And like I said, I started out washing cars, supervisor at this car wash. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I got this degree and everything, and I'm out here washing cars. But I started making $30,000 a year, but I had a plan. And then I got into a different industry. And then when I got into this different industry, it changed my life. Because I started understanding certifications, certain certifications. And I started researching, and I found out at certain certifications, you can make over $100,000. And so I taught myself, I learned, I took the courses, and now I'm in demand. I'm going to just put it like that to you. I'm in demand, and it's not hard. Anybody that has any kind of leadership ability, that's ever been a leader, that's ever been someone that takes charge, you can do it too. I'm teaching people all the time, especially kids coming out of high school that don't really know which way they want to go, because it's an unknown type of knowledge out here that a lot of people don't even understand and even know what it is. Okay? And so I got into it, but I teach people about it. I coach people on it. I train people on it, and I set them on the path and tell them which way to go. You know what? I've had about 10 people so far that's gotten in, that's taken that income from $50,000 a year to about $70,000 a year. And I tell them, just keep going, keep learning more. You're going to be more and more demand. The more and more you can show results, the more demand you're going to be. And you're going to get to the $100,000. Guarantee you will. I mean, I can almost guarantee you in this industry that I'm in, you're going to get to 100K and over, plus in bonuses and everything else. Then you'll be able to have the money you want and start doing some other investments, and then you're truly living the MGTOW life at that point. Now I talk a lot of noise and stuff about these women and everything, but my real focus is on the grind out here. I'm out here grinding. I'm out here making the money so I can, a lot of people say they don't care about the money, they don't care about the car. I do, because it's my life. I got one life. I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of it. So I want to drive the kind of car I want to drive, have the kind of house I want, and invest and have fun, because shit, when I die, it's over. When I'm dead and gone, it's over. It's done. And the other thing is, I got 3 kids, I want to be able to leave something for my kids, so they can have a little something. I also want them to see how hard that dad works being a man out here doing this thing. And so, guys, it can be done. You just got to gain the right type of knowledge. So tell me about some of the things some of you guys have gotten into. Let's help each other out here. I don't want to get into too much detail here. If you ask me some questions, I may share some. But this really is some knowledge that I don't just hand out to a lot of people, and I'm not trying to make a lot of, money off of it. But if you hit me up, send me an email leave your email or anything like that. I hit you up, kind of let you know what it's all about, if you even heard of it, how to get into it, and we can go from there. I'm not on any Patreon or anything like that. I'm not at that right now. But I'll provide some coaching to you. We can do some things. But I'm telling you right now, there's money to be made out there. If you're not making the money, I'm telling you, to be honest with yourself, you're making $30,000, $50,000, it's hard out there. And depending on what age you are, if you got kids and things like that, it's even harder. Each one of you guys on here that's MGTOW can be making $100,000 or more. I guarantee you that. Because if I can do it, I'm not saying I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but you know what? I got a lot of street smarts, and I understand that if you get certain certifications and you understand and you are confident and you can show results, people are going to pay for it. End of story. People are going to pay for it. So I'm sitting right now, and not to brag, I was able to go out and purchase this individual BMW 435i, and I love it. I might snap some pictures of it one day, post it up, whatever, but this kind of things I'm talking about. I remember at one point I was driving a little Mitsubishi Mirage with the roll down the window, the air conditioning didn't work. I was trying to get going, but I got there, I had a little Malibu, and then an Envoy, and I just kept going, and I was like, you know what, I'm at a point now I can go and treat myself. So this is what I'm talking about, and you won't believe once you do that, the women even throw themselves at you even more, but you know what, I ain't got time for them. I don't want you. I want you for one thing, but I'm not trying to give you my money, and I'm not trying to wine and dine you. That's the other thing. You're going to be a true MGTOW boss, be the boss. Always got the boss mindset. But guys, I just want to share that with you. Hope that can motivate you. I know I didn't go into the details of what it is. But like I said, hit me up. We can chop it up and talk about it more. But it's money to be made out here. MGTOW boss. Stay tuned.